Do you need glasses for this period?
8, 11,
You're gonna have to
and
get so mad at this jar for a little bit.
sometimes we have to be careful in society because people use probability and statistics to persuade you in a certain way. Okay? So they can be used to support the same but opposing views. For instance, there's climate. Okay? From 2000 to 2010, there was actually a cooling trend. So you could argue there's no global warming because from 2000 to 2010, it was cooling. But then if you look at 1900 to 2020, it's been warming up, right? So sometimes if you take a longer period of time or a shorter period of time, right? We could have argued that Winnipeg is a super cold place in May 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you remember 2 weeks ago. It was cold. I don't know if you've been outside today. It's hot. Were you outside yesterday?
Yeah.
It was hot.
So hot.
Okay. I had a soccer game yesterday. 32 degrees. You're like drinking tons of water. Super hot. I had my previous soccer game, people were wearing toques. And I wore 3 shirts during a soccer game because it was so cold. It's crazy how much the temperature changed. So we can sometimes use statistics to get differing views. So here, statistics show that all home break-ins in Brandon, 80% of the thieves are arrested. How could this statistic be used to support more or less money being spent on policing? So we have the statistics, and someone could say we should have more police because of this amount of break-ins, and somebody else would say no, we don't need to. Okay. Well, if we look at this, you can write what you want. You could assume that 80% is high. So you're like, I love an 80% in my math class. Right? Or you could assume that 20% of thieves getting away is high. So obviously the policing is working or it isn't working. And you could argue that they should spend more money or spend less money. And people use statistics all the time to argue things like that. Even if you got most of this down, that's okay. If you didn't finish, if you want to get the rest, you can look at the video. If you have data, you can make predictions. Predictions are important. They make predictions all the time. This is a school cafeteria. Every day the school cafeteria makes predictions. They predict how much they should make. Right? Do they make enough for every single person in the school to buy lunch? No. Why? That would be too. Why would it be too much? Not everybody buys lunch. So how much should they make? They have to use predictions. And they need to predict based on what happens in the past. Some of their specials people eat more of than others, right? Is there a thing that you like to order the most?
No, can I go to Sorry.
Do you think they sell more fries on Friday than other days? Do you think the cafeteria is busier on Fridays?
Don't they only sell fries on Friday?
I'm not sure. I thought I saw someone with fries on a different day once.
No?
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe tell me.
So this school cafeteria offers 3 meal options each day. They randomly survey 50 students. If they offer chicken fingers and fries, hamburgers and onion rings, grilled chicken wrap, and a salad, they got those numbers. 25 people went chicken fingers, 10 wanted hamburgers and onion rings, 15 wanted a chicken wrap and a salad. So then you ask, well, what's the probability then that a student will choose a hamburger and onion rings? Only 10 picked it out of 50, so then our experimental probability says 10 out of 50, 1 in 5. So now if the cafeteria is going to serve 300 students, they know 300 students come through, how many grilled chicken wraps and salads would they expect to sell? And it's always, and I'm going to write this underneath here, this is always the probability times by the total number. So if the probability was 15 out of 50 and the total number was 300, if we multiply those together, we would expect 90 chicken wraps to be sold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
¿Y qué dice la segunda parte? No entiendo qué dice.
Esto,
Sí.
total number. I'll write it again neater. A little bit of math, something new. These are called Venn diagrams.
Yeah.
And if you have a pencil, crayon, or a color, you're going to have to do some coloring here. Or you can shade it with your pencil.
I got two.
We've got some symbols. This upside down U is kind of like, I always think of the upside down U, almost looks like if you put a line across it, an A, and it stands for and. And the U that's up, it stands for or. Or, no, it doesn't start with U, just or. So we have and or. And Venn diagrams show probability with circles. So if I had A and B with circles here, intersected, and I said something's in A, it's in these two sections. This section is only A, and this section is A and B. And we're going to see how we can use these to solve questions. If I said something's in the section of A and B, this circle is A, this circle is B, but the only part that's in both of them is that middle section. So you want to, with your pencil, shade in those sections.
Yeah. Una pregunta rápida, por favor. ¿Y qué significa en shade?
Shade. Shade significa como la sombra. Pero hacerlo. ¿Cómo es? ¿Cómo se dice shade en español? ¿Ensombrar?
Sombra.
¿Sombrar? ¿Se puede sombrar?
Pero te estás haciendo la pizarra, se dice marcar.
¿Marcar? Okay, here's the next one. If I said A or B, does it make sections that if I asked you, is this in circle A or in circle B, would you say yes to this first part? Yeah, it's in circle A or B. Is this in circle? Yes, it's both of them, but it's in one or the other for sure. Is this one in A or B? Yes. So when you're thinking about which part you want to shade,
Yeah.
the little dash means not in A. I want it to be in B and not in A. So one of the things I sometimes do with Venn diagrams is I check there's 4 sections in this Venn diagram. Okay? And if I want something to be in B and not in A, is section 1 in B? No, so I don't shade that. Is section 2 in B? No. Section 3 is in B, is in the B circle, right? The B circle I'll circle with purple here. This is my B circle. Section 3 is in B. Is it also not in A? No. Section 3 is in A. I need it to be in B and not in A.
Yeah.
So then the only part is number 4.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Así como el hace todo puede estar asombrado de amarillo.
How did I do that?
No, que también todo puede estar
Sí.
asombrado.
Why is this one here? Why is this one all yellow?
No, en todo.
In total, well, this is what this is asking. If I want to say it is in circle A or in circle B, that's what this means. And the yellow part is the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay? El amarillo es la respuesta.
Pero
Tiene que, este dice que está en el círculo A y también en el círculo B.
yeah, pero yo estoy preguntando, ¿y cómo se escribiría arriba?
¿Cómo lo hace?
Si todo estaría asombrado. Todos.
Oh, what would be? It would be, you could say A. You said, how would we color everything? Or B, or not A would color everything.
Eso se escribe para que está todo.
Yeah, and that would color everything in yellow.
I would-
Or you could say A or B, or not B, would color everything.
What?
Or you could just do not B, right? Not B and B. This would color everything. B or not B. Wouldn't that color everything? If you colored everything that was B and everything that was not B, it would color everything. Bub. Okay. This says A and not B. So if you're coloring, you look at all 4 sections here. Is section 1 in A and not in B? No, it has to be in both of them. Section 2 is in A and section 2 is not in B. That's in both of them. Section 3 is in A, but it is also in B, so that one's not right. And section 4 is only in B. That one's not right. Not in A and not in B would be on the outside. So we're going to do some math with Venn diagrams. How many dollar signs are in each section? I want you to put the numbers in the spaces.
Do you want your, can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah. Did you get that there was 6 in B? Okay, careful here. This purple circle is B. How many dollar signs are in the purple circle? 6. Because there's 2 in the middle and 4 there.
Oh my god.
Does that make sense?
I guess.
Okay. How many are in A and B? Only these 2 in the middle. Because the green circle is A. So for A and B, it has to be in both the green circle and the purple circle. There's only 2.
What does the 4 mean? Like 4.
How many are not in A? These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them are not in A.
Not good. I'll do it.
Yeah.
So bad. I got some. I want to share. She's sleeping. Bro, I'm not going to think.
B and not in A. These are the ones in B. And not in A are only, here I'll do a highlighter here. Can you see that it's only those 4 that are in B, but not in A? If it says A or B, that would include all of those. That's why there's 11 of them. Not A and not B, that's these 5. And finally, A or not B. So as soon as it says or, that means all the ones in A are included. Because if you, and or not B, all the ones that are not in B are also included. That adds up to 12.
Entonces la respuesta puede variar entre 2. Entonces la respuesta puede variar entre 2, porque si decimos A solamente vamos a hacer esto aquí, y si decimos esto acá vamos a hacer esto. Entonces son 2 respuestas.
And it's your glasses.
Okay. Now I'm giving you information. There are 40 students in a classroom. And each player plays at least one of the following sports: rugby or soccer. So make one circle. This is where the colors are nice. I made one circle purple, one circle green. Label one as rugby, label one as soccer. If 24 students play soccer and 8 students play soccer and rugby, can you fill in the numbers for all 4 sections?
Hostia. ¿Y qué es rugby?
Rugby es como fútbol americano, pero se hace como así.
Okay.
Es un deporte como fútbol americano. Okay, how did you do? So I made my rugby. That's too fast? Well, I've showed you now. You can still don't look if you're doing it on your own. Yeah.
Would there be any other letters than A and E on the list? On the plate? Or would that be like only A?
Well, this one has rugby and you can label it whatever letters you want. This one, I made my green circle rugby, my purple circle soccer. Okay, I'm going to take out my highlighter to show you how we figured this out. I'm going to start with this, 8 play soccer and rugby. Can you see that that is this part right there? In the green, this 24, I can't write the number 24 in there because if I'm going to just label sections here. There's section 1, there's section 2, there's section 3, and there's section 4. When they say 24 people play soccer, does that make sense that that's section 3 and 4 combined? That's the whole purple circle. So once I figure out this 8, I can use the 24 and say 24 minus 8 is equal to 16. And that helps me find this number. We have another 2 spots to go. Technically, I should write a 0 in blue. There's nobody in the outside section. How do I know there's nobody in the outside section? Because they tell me that everybody plays at least 1. Minimum of 1. So there's going to be nobody that plays nothing. If we did an actual survey, there would be a ton of people that played nothing. Okay? But maybe this is a phys ed class called the Rugby Soccer Special Phys ed class. Then it makes sense that people that are in that class play either rugby or soccer. How did I figure out, take out my highlighter again, I'm gonna go to this blue. How did I figure out this 16? How do I know that number is going to be 16? I would have done the yellow 8 first, then I would have done the green highlighted 16 second. How do I find the blue highlighted 16?
It says that there's 40 students, so you have to take the 8 and 16 and add them together and then minus it by
The 8 plus the 16 is 24. And if you take that 24 and we know there's a total of 40, 40 minus the 24 would give us the 16. So now you have 2 questions at the bottom. Now that you've made the Venn diagram, how many students play only soccer? Okay, there's the 2 questions at the bottom. How many players play only soccer? How many players play only rugby?
4.
No.
40.
No.
40. 16.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Only soccer is which number? Soccer is the purple circle, but the 8 number, they also are playing rugby. So only soccer will be this green highlighted one of 16. And only rugby will be this blue highlighted one. Because the 8, they play soccer and rugby.
Yeah. El 8 está en el centro porque 16 dividido por 2 es 8.
No. El 8 está en el centro porque dice aquí que 8 juega fútbol y rugby.
Oh. Entonces está dividiendo 24.
No.
¿Y cómo es?
Solo que dice 8 juega fútbol y rugby. Entonces, este parte número 3 En parte número 3 está entre el morado y el verde. Los círculos verde, morado. Está en los dos, entonces jueguen los dos.
¿Y de dónde sale el 16?
Porque dice aquí 24 juegue fútbol. Entonces el morado está 24 en total. 8 más 16
Es 24.
es 24.
¿Y el otro 16?
El otro 16 es porque hay 40 estudiantes. Entonces, 16 más 8 es 24, más 16 es 40.
Oh, ok.
I cannot hear you. Oh, but
All right, look at example 4.
oh my god.
There's a hockey team, 27 players. 13 have blue eyes, 11 have black hair, 5 have blue eyes and black hair. And I want to ask you, how many students have black hair? Oh, it says 11. 27 students. How many students have only blue eyes?
5.
Okay. Can you fill out the diagram? Label 1 as black hair. Label 1 as blue eyes. I'm going to make one of my circles blue, probably for the black hair. And the other circle black, probably for the blue eyes. Oh, I should do it the other way. Right? Yeah, that makes more sense. I'll do the blue circle for the blue eyes and the black circle for the black hair. I like it. And then answer the 3 questions at the bottom. And answering those questions is way easier once you've made the Venn diagram.
You're supposed to answer the questions, or just like.
You're supposed to do it.
You're supposed to fill in the circle first, and then once the circle's been filled in with numbers, there's 4 sections, you got to put a number in each section. So just like this last one, by 4 sections, there's the outside section, this was 0. The section in the green circle that's only in the green circle, the section that's in both the green and the purple circle, and the section that's in just the purple circle. And based on what you read, you can put numbers in each one. Then you can answer the questions easily.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Shoot. Well, I made that really good explanation. I had it paused.
Oh my god.
That was a really good explanation, wasn't it?
Oh, L moment.
Okay. I'm going to erase. I'll do a good explanation for this one as well. And just so
Wait, are we like multiplying or like plus?
okay, I'm going to make my flowers circle red, thinking of red roses. So this is flowers. Ooh, I don't know if I have maybe I have a brown pen.
Great.
Oh, there we go. That's my chocolates. That looks pretty wow. Spelling is going bad. There we go. You have to use a little bit of imagination there. That says chocolates in beautiful calligraphy. Sure? Good. Glad you see it.
Yeah.
I was going to erase it, but I'm afraid that if I erase it, I won't get that brown color back. It's so hot out, the chocolate word melted a little bit. Grabbing the next color? So
Yeah, and you have to take some one.
Yes, I do.
I have that.
36 plus 5 is 30.
Oh, it's right on here.
No, not the take homes, like the ones you have to do.
36 plus
Like for
35 is
4.0.
31.
Yeah, oh, it's right here. I took it
How
off.
the
Are you not here for class?
No. I have beach.
36 minus.
Good luck.
Oh my god, shit, sorry. I'm in flood. I'm at New.
And we'll do a good explanation for this one again because we didn't unpause the last one. So, the 50 married women, that means sections 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the end, all have to add up to 50. But we can't write that number in yet. 31 gave chocolates. So that 31 is part 3 and part 4. But I can't write the number in yet because it's two different sections. 12 gave flowers. Well, flowers is the red circle. That's sections 2 and 3. Again, I can't write the 12 in yet because these two have to add up to 12. But 5 gave both chocolates and flowers. That number I can write in. That goes there. And since that's a 5, if 12 gave flowers, the whole red circle has to add up to 12. What number goes in here? A 7. Because 7 plus 5 equals 12. That's my red circle.
Oh, yeah.
31 gave chocolates. How many do I put in just the chocolate section?
26.
26.
Oh my
Because 26 plus 5 equals 31, and that's my, oh my goodness.
7 and 12.
I have to find my brown.
If I have a 12.
Is there no save button?
I can save it, but I like my colors that I've already pre-saved. So
What about the little like change yellow? Yellow stuff.
which one?
Pretty sure if you hit that button and then click it on the
Oh, I could steal it.
You'll
Let's see if that works.
copy it.
Okay, I'm gonna now it's here, but I'm gonna hit this button and I'm gonna try to steal this chocolate. Kind of. Not bad.
The more you know.
Just Mr.
Alright. Let's try this.
Mr.
Okay. Now I have only one number I haven't filled in, section number 1, right?
Yes.
And these ones, if I add up those purple numbers,
Do not.
7 plus 5 plus 26 equals 38. To figure out what's in section 1, there's 50 in total. I minus 38. I get 12. There's got to be 12 here, so all of those numbers add up to 50. You get that one? Okay, now we can answer these questions.
I want to go home.
If one married woman was chosen at random, figure out they gave chocolates or flowers. How does this add up to? We added this up, it added up to 38. So we would get 38 out of 50. Chocolates, but not flowers. What number is chocolates and not flowers?
26.
26, so you would write 26 out of 50, which reduces to 13 out of 25. And finally, not chocolates, not flowers. Those guys got nothing for their birthday. Well, maybe they got something else. Maybe they just went out for supper or something really nice. How many? How many out of the 50 had not chocolates, not flowers? The 12, so we would have there we go. 12 out of the 15.
Do you have to put in lowest point each time?
Yes. Or change it to a decimal. That'd be fine as well. Oh, I can't. I know we're not going to get to it today. So, for you, for homework, you have to do examples. Okay?
I'm gonna do them right now.
You can do them right now, but for homework, you got to do questions. Say it with me.
I don't know. 7.
There it is. Okay, those are your ones for homework.
R.
Yes.